Hey, I'm Stacy Lynn. Today I'll be making Southern barbecue ribs.
Stacy Lynn, savor the good life.
I have a rack of spare ribs. You can do this with baby back ribs, but don't leave them in the oven quite as long as you would spare ribs. Place a little bit of olive oil all over both sides of the rack of ribs. Okay, it's so simple. Now this is a big tip, so don't forget your smoked paprika. You can buy it anywhere that you can buy spices, and I'm putting it all over the top. I'm gonna put a little cayenne pepper, you know, I say a little bit of salt, but people seem to under-season their meat, and I don't want you to make that mistake. And a little bit of pepper. Okay, then just rub that in. You're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Here's the bone side up. We're gonna go through the same thing. Now, an interesting thing, and I don't know if any of you do this, but we have families that get together and buy cows and pigs. There's a local farmer that raises pigs, and we just get to tell them what we want our pig to eat, so we can feed it what we want to. It gets to roam free, it has a good life, it's healthy, it's happy, and then we get to be healthy and happy because we get to partake of him. I'm gonna flip this back over so that I have the bones on the bottom. Then I'm gonna take my tin foil and I'm gonna make a tent around the pan so that the top won't get too done. I'm gonna keep it in the oven on 325 degrees. You can even make it lower than that because low and slow is gonna make it nice and tender. But I have it at 325, and I'm gonna keep it covered for about an hour and a half, and I'm gonna uncover it for about 30 more minutes, so then that's gonna be 2 hours, and then I'm gonna be putting the wonderful barbecue sauce that I'm about to show you how to make on top of it. Okay, so there we go. Now let's make our barbecue sauce. Super simple. Add 2 tablespoons of Alaga syrup. I like it sweet, so I add a little bit more. I'm gonna do about 3/4 cup of ketchup. I like to make my homemade ketchup, but that's for another show. All right, about a tablespoon of Worcestershire. Is that how you say that? Worcestershire? I don't think anybody knows how to say that. I'm sure somebody does. White wine vinegar, about the same as the Worcestershire sauce. And a little bit of paprika. I like about 2 teaspoons of that. A pinch of cayenne pepper, and if you like it really spicy, my men do. I don't like it quite as spicy. Then add that. And I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. You don't have to, but I just think it brings out all the flavors in the barbecue sauce. Stir it up. Done. Did you see how fast that was? I am finished. Some people, you know, if you like mustard, you can put mustard in here. You know, this is your recipe. Adapt mine to your liking. I'm gonna let the ribs cook for about an hour and a half, and then I'm gonna remove the tinfoil tent, put it back in for 30 minutes, and let that top get nice and crusty, and then I'm gonna slather it with this crazy good sauce. It's time to get the ribs out. Ooh, that smells good. So I'm gonna move them over here and turn the rack of ribs with the bone side up. Okay, so I'm gonna pour this on because I may have some left over, so I wanna have it on the side of the plate and I want it nice and clean. Okay, so I'm gonna just rub this nicely over the ribs. Put them back in the oven for about 15 minutes. Look at that. That is gonna be some kind of scrumptious food right there. We're gonna flip this over. Slather the other side if it is falling off the bone. Look at how good that is. Whoa. Okay. Gonna pour a little bit more of this delicious sauce. And by the way, really and truly, the Alaga syrup is to die for. It is so good. And it's got so much cane in it, and you taste that flavor in this sauce. Okay, slather away. That is fun, like painting on a big canvas. Okay, I'm gonna put that back in for another 15 minutes and we'll be ready to eat. I think the ribs are ready, and I know I'm ready. Okay, pull them right out. Oh, they look so good. They are just perfect. How great is that? All right, I'm gonna cut these into sections. Woohoo, it's hot. Ooh, that looks good. Look at that, look at that. That's some good stuff right there. All right, look at that. I really and truly, I can't take my eyes off of it. That's just like the best piece of meat ever. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the rest of these. I mean, they're just beautiful. All right, stack them up tall. There you go. All right, all for me. For this recipe and more like them, go to my website, gaminggarden.com, and don't forget to subscribe.
Stacy Lynn.